Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Bitcoin report for Friday, May 6th. I'm just going to keep it very simple. This last trend that's been moving down through here, I think the best way to look at it would be, well, as I mentioned before, once the 36,500 becomes the retested resistance, it's basically testing it now in a sense. We'll talk about that space in a moment. But yeah, look, I may not have this correct here because it's quite messy in this point, and I know that when you're working with large numbers, and the market's not going anywhere, so sort of doubling up on spending time in a particular place, you end up with counts that have been skewed by the large numbers being pulling it this way and that way. But I'm sort of tying it in with the rest of the world a little bit in terms of assets moving to the downside as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3 ABC for 4 here and 5 here for 1 and 2, and then looking at this as 1 and 2 here. So let's just see how we go. I mean, if we were sitting on top of 43,000, I'd be looking at the long side, but we're looking at the lower end here, and it hasn't really been able to sort of recover at this point, but I haven't really been able to sort of confirm a bearish move, and this is probably the best bet that we've got at this point here. So we're looking at this in terms of wave 1 and 2 and 3 coming down, and 4 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're getting down here. Now we'll be looking for an A wave and a B wave and a C wave. Now there's a couple of little ways that this could play out, and I'll just sort of talk about that a little bit. But the main point here is having this group 2 here as the resistance, because if that becomes the resistance, what it's doing is it's explaining to me that it's rejecting this number here. I mean, it's already rejected it, but this helps like confirm that point, because quite often this becomes the whole support down here for this, so this could just go back up here, but and I do expect it to rally in line with the S&P, so we are looking for a move up before we see a move down again in all of this, So how far will it move up? Let's just go and have a little quick look at that. So the norm is the 61.8%, so we'll just always a good starting point and make any adjustments from there depending on consolidations and previous lows and all those sorts. So that's anywhere in that space is good. That 50% is good. So anywhere from 37,500 to 38 in that space. Now there's a couple of ways that this could play out here. I've just got it here as the A wave, the B wave here, and the C wave going up, and a lot of times there'll be some sort of equality between the A and the wave C there, wherever that goes. So it may just go to there, and then move down from that point. Now the other way that it could go is that this little move here, if we bring it over here, it can just be wave 1 and 2 here, pulling back, and then 3 and 4 and 5 coming to here, then an A wave and a B wave and a C wave pulling back 50-60%, and then another 5 waves to the upside. That would be sort of something in like that, and then coming down. So it could be just like this, or we could get this move a little bit bigger in here. I don't really know. It's we'll just have to wait and see. I think we've got non-farm payrolls that have coming out tonight, but I just noticed that in the headline, and I think that might be the case. But normally on the Wednesdays, the other ones come out, don't they? So perhaps have a look at the Wednesday figures, employment figures, and that normally gives you a pretty good reading of what's going to, if things are out of the normal at that particular point in time. But yeah, so I mean, I'm saying that because it affects the sentiment of the S&P 500, which in turn will affect here and the assets and yada yada yada. So, but anyway, from my perspective, the group 2 here becoming the resistance tells me that we're leaving that number and we're going down to this number. That's what it's telling me, but it hasn't told me that yet. But once it retests that, it looks like it will. So So we'll see. Yeah, so there we go. I mean, I've got Bitcoin myself, as you may know, and I've only got 4 of them or something, 4 and something or other, just sort of adding to them now and again. But you know, I'm just holding mine. I'm kind of in it really because I mean, I don't normally hold through bear markets and things with things, but I figured that I really just wanted to be a part of the cult, you know, and everybody else is in there. And I thought, well, I'll get some skin in the game myself. And, you know, I don't really see it as a hedge, because not anymore, because I can see that it just moves in with other assets. And I don't really know the fundamental reason for that at this stage. But, you know, I might as well be buying stock or something, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, it's also gives me a... you know, if I want to move to another country or something, you know, I don't need to move, you know, fiat money out of that country. I can just fly to the next country and bring Bitcoin in from the other side, you know. So I think that's quite sort of interesting, especially in today's world where, you know, the East and the West are sort of, I don't know, you know, it's not really the East and West, is it? But anyway, there's a lot of arguing going on and forcing people to take sides, and you know, I mean, I can't even begin to sort of understand what some folks are going through, you know. So sad. Anyway, so yeah, back to here. So yeah, anyway, it's you got to say it's looking pretty bearish, and you know, we could easily end up down at 25. So we'll line all this up. We'll be able to get targets with all of this if we line it up with, you know, the moves down in Amazon and Apple and Tesla. Like we're looking at Tesla hitting, you know, maybe down the 650 area, maybe above that, maybe below that. I don't know, but we'll sort of bring all of those tech stocks and indices in together to search for the low as this trend, you know, moves to the downside, and we'll do this, and Bitcoin will be with that as well. So we'll see how this plays out. And you know, just coming back to this count here, you know, I really understand that you could count it in many different ways, and is this correct? I don't know. When I don't know about something, I like to say I don't know, and secondly, I always revert back to my trading levels, which is just price, and I can see that the big 40, that's the big kahuna in the space, is you know, the market's under that, so you know, that really increases the bet to the downside, you know, and we'll just confirm that with group 2 becoming the resistance. Alrighty, I'll just leave it at that. I don't really know what else to say about it, but looks like the bear's in the air, and we'll be seeing lower ground from what I can see with US stocks, you know. Alrighty, enjoy the weekend. Cheers.